Warrior of Darkness. The Exarch is looking ahead to the immediate future. Oh shit, cutscene. Now, as for how we proceed from here, the villagers we evacuated earlier have arrived safely in the Crystarium. They seem to be accepting their situation for the moment. Most folk are far too distracted by the sky to worry about wounds or lost homes. They whisper and wonder if the Warrior of Darkness has come. 'Tis to be expected. Kat, I must ask a favor of you. Would you be so kind as to conceal your involvement in this endeavor for the time being? Seeing the light recede from Lakeland is a momentous occasion, and many will be swept up in the maelstrom of excitement and confusion. Should you come forth as the legendary Warrior of Darkness, I fear that, no matter how good your intentions, such an appearance would throw the city into disarray. I find myself in agreement with the Exarch, although my concerns are more focused on Yulmore. It may be best if you maintain a low profile until we see how Valkyrie responds to all this. Good point. My thanks. Though we cannot freely celebrate your success, pray allow your heart to be buoyed by the joy of our citizens, a joy you surely brought into being. Ah, and I must ask the same discretion of you, Captain. 'Tis my intention to share with our people the tale of a great warrior who stood in defiance of the Sin Eaters. This unnamed champion defeated the Light Warden, and has since departed for parts unknown, yes? As you wish, my lord. Your penchant for mystery is nothing new, and I will encourage folk not to question this further. Although I expect to be told the whole truth of it one day, about all of you. With that settled, I shall return to the Crystarium and make an address to the people. These explanations and adjustments will consume much of my time, so pray take the opportunity to rest and recover from your exploits. And to think, you'll not even need to shutter the windows to enjoy the dark and peaceful night's sleep. I must stay behind and coordinate the evacuation of the remaining survivors. And I hesitate to ask after all you've done here today, but could I ask you to pass a message on your way to the pendants? Please let Bragi know that we're bringing a number of injured, and that any restoratives in the markets need to be reserved for the infirmary. We should start making our own way back to the Crystarium. Slowly, mind you. It wouldn't do to arrive too soon after the Exarch. I'm staying behind as well. There's something I need to check on in Holminster. We already went through the village top to bottom, Alice. We should all take the chance to rest, you included. I knew one of those eaters. And I can't rest. Not now. So please, I wish to be left alone for a while. And that means you as well, Kat. I shall be cross if you try to follow me. I promise to find you later, when I feel myself again. Just you and me, then, shall we? Oh, I want to give Alice the biggest hug. I'm not crying, you're crying. Well, the Crystarium seems relatively ordered, wouldn't you say? The Exarch's speech must have been reassuring to hear. On the contrary, there is something jubilant in the air. I have a feeling this night won't be quite as peaceful as our hooded friend predicted. I think I shall take a brief stroll around town before retiring to my chambers. Once you've discharged your duty to Bragi, I suggest you do the same. Sleep well, Kat. I hope untroubled dreams find you and Alice both. Alright, so it's actually 2 a.m. in-game. I wonder if it'd be daylight here or if it's scripted to be darkness. What can I do for you? Looking to buy a lantern like every other stumbling soul in the city? I guess not everyone had a lantern. I see. Well, Captain Lena can rest assured that any potions I spot coming in will be set aside for the wounded. Hang on a moment. You're carrying messages for the guard. Does that mean you were there then? The Battle of Holminster? A stalwart lad like you might want to pay a visit to the wandering stairs, make himself known. I'm sure Glenard can introduce you to some interesting opportunities. What? Ba-ba-ba-da. How do you say the name? Ciela? Ciela? Ciela, more beer for table 2, and a couple of pints of mead for table 3 while you're at it. Coming right up. Sorry, we're rushed off our feet this evening, sir. Can I get you anything? Drinks are on the house. Oh, that Bragi has a twisted sense of humor. I think he'd send you to me at a time like this. The first real night in near 100 years has folk all riled up and then some. What's more, there was that eater business at Holminster Switch. They say a light warden was destroyed without a damn trace, and it was the Warrior of Darkness who did the deed. I really must apologize for Glenard. He's been almost as rowdy as our customers, and that's no small feat. A lot of our regulars are bounty hunters, you see. They mostly go after eaters, and the rumor of the warrior's appearance was the spark to their kindling. You know how the weak eaters are drawn to the strong ones, right? Aye, they swarm like angry bees around a queen. You need look no further than Holminster for proof of that. But attacks on that scale won't happen every day, praise the blessed Shadow. No, the more common threats are the strays. No one knows why, but every now and again, an eater will leave the pack to prowl alone. Those are the ones you run into on the road if your luck is foul. They're dangerous. They're a danger to everyone, so the settlement council puts bounties on their heads. And our bar here is a convenient place for hunters to gather and share information. Seems a few of them were inspired by the warden's slaying, even more than most. These are the types who have their sights set on the absolute worst of the strays. A class of eaters they've been dubbed the Cardinal Virtues. The virtues showed up out of nowhere about 3 summers ago, and when historians heard the descriptions given by survivors, well, apparently they share an appearance with the villains who caused the flood. And if that doesn't send a chill down your spine, they're also reported to be as tough as life wardens, not the kind of prey you can take down single-handed. Our virtue hunters had all but given up, but knowing the Warrior of Darkness is out there has lit a fire under their bellies. Just look at them. That Hume over there with the oversized sword is grandson. He's in it for revenge. Wants to recruit a comrade in arms as tenacious as he is. The Mistal lad is Louis Reek. Don't be fooled by those dewy cheeks. He's as hard a hunter as they come. He's just lost a partner and seems to be on the lookout for a new one. That's Serig. Word is he seeks a expert in magecraft to help fight the virtue he's after. Last we have Gyot, dwarf and drunkard both. Wanted to join forces with a healer and only a healer. Something about needing a mentor's wisdom. I've seen my share of competent veterans, and you have the look about you. Maybe you should introduce yourself to one of our hunters. Who knows? Together you might even collect the bounty of a cardinal virtue.
Now there's a grand idea. Imagine the prestige my bar would earn if we boasted the patronage of a successful virtue hunter.
You've gained access to role quests! A separate quest line and story is now available for tank, physical DPS, magical DPS, oh my god, magical range DPS, and healer roles. In order to reach the final stages of the Shadowbringers main scenario, you must complete at least one role quest line. Speak with the Virtue Hunter at the Wandering Stairs to accept a quest offer. I will not accept one right now, but I will next time we play. Welcome back, sir. I wonder if anyone can sleep with the city in such an uproar. But you will be retiring to your quarters? Yes. Yes, it wouldn't go over. Very good. In light of the present situation, I had an illumination prepared for all our rooms. No need to rush to the markets for lanterns or candles. Have a pleasant rest, sir. Well, that was very considerate of him. Good business decision. Hi, Ardbert.
So it's your lot's turn to be the Warriors of Darkness, is it? It's funny how things work out.
These are my private quarters. No, been watching, have you?
Well, I did warn you. I followed you to Yulmore and then on to Armarang. And I was there when you slew the Light Warden. Those white-haired twins who were with you. I remember them from our battle in the Source. Are they your friends then? Through thick and thin?
Mm-hmm.
Aye. Then I suggest you keep them close. It's when you charge ahead trying to save someone else that you end up losing those you love. Not that you need telling, I'll bet you've lost plenty. But I wonder, what will it cost you this time? I don't remember when it was that I learned regret wasn't worth the bother. You get numb to it all over the years. The lost comrades, the broken promises, the abandoned principles. Just more nagging burdens to ignore.
So this is what the light was hiding. He's here. I must go to him.
Meanwhile, inside an Imperial Magitech facility in the Source.
Intruders! Fan out and find them!
Hi, Estinian.
Out of my way!
Damn.
Stay your weapon. We are not your enemy.
Oh yeah, I guess Estinian's not filled in on anything.
When the alarm sounded, I wondered what we had done to betray our presence. But I see now we are not the only intruders. Sir Estinian, I presume. The dragoon who plucked the warrior of light from the jaws of death? Your armor is most distinct.
And cleanly washed now.
Much as yours once was. But even without it, I see a former legator still has eyes and ears in unexpected places.
How does Estinian know that's Gaius? Unless he already knew what he looked like.
Van Baelsar, in the flesh. Though I understand you prefer Shadow Hunter.
So he has been filled in.
You are in contact with the Scions, I take it.
Whoa. I guess.
Through no choice of my own. They tracked me down and conscripted me to their cause.
You like it.
I swear that receptionist was trained as a spy. Not that anyone can escape that Baldessian woman once she has caught the scent of your ether.
Wait. Are they talking about Tataru? Oh my god. And the Baldessian woman is that Kryl? Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. The two potatoes intimidate Estinian.
If they have resorted to using freelancers, I must assume their attempts to wake the afflicted have failed. And what of their champion?
Away on other business. Thus, it has fallen to me to root out any trace of the Empire's new weapon.
If it is Black Rose you seek, you are too late. My people have already completed your mission here. Yet this is but one factory among many. When they caught wind of our efforts, they built additional facilities to ensure production continues unabated. There will be no one left in the lands they conquer. No citizens to conscript. No skills to exploit. Nothing the Empire needs. And they will call it victory.
What exactly does this Black Rose do?
The gas is described as a poison, but its actual effect is more arcane in nature. It was created to disrupt the ether in living beings, to bring the flow of their life energies to a standstill. Inhaling even the tiniest amount will cause all bodily functions to cease, much as a potent venom will stop a man's heart. Released over a city, Black Rose could conceivably kill every inhabitant, and all without damaging a single structure.
Search every corner! Rouse the barracks if you have to! I want this facility secured!
I have more questions, but now is not the time.
Sir Estinian, I have an offer for you, but I will make it only once. Since it would seem we seek the same answers, you are welcome to join us.
From what I hear, you need all the help you can get. In case you don't know, Varys himself confessed that your empire was a creation of the Ascians.
I am aware of what his Radiance said at the parley. Thus I would return to the capital, that I might behold the truth of this corruption with my own eyes. My path leads to Garlemald.
Well, that was long. Between two worlds. Holy crap. And now it's sun. An unwelcome guest. Beg your pardon, sir, but do you perchance intend to head outside? If so, I would strongly advise you not to stray too far from the Crystarium. Word has it Yulmore has dispatched its military to Lakeland. Given the timing, one can only assume they do not welcome the return of night. Even now, the Exarch is in the Ocular deliberating a response. I just want to sleep. All right.
Do you have business with the Crystal Exarch? Just say the word, and I would be happy to escort you to the Ocular.
Let's go. I don't remember what we're doing. Oh, it's straight up a cutscene.
You have come at a good time. As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands. Laxon Loft here in Lakeland. Yulmore has sent one of its airships. They have questions for us concerning the death of the Light Warden. Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
My lord, I am come with the Yulmoren emissary. May I show him in?
A moment, Captain, if you would.
I honestly don't remember who the emissary is.
Everyone, gather round. I do not wish to show our hand prematurely. Forgive me this liberty. Vanish.
Oh, okay. Stealth 20.
Enter.
Oh. That's the emissary. Okay.
Well, well. The commander of the Yulmoren army himself.
Oh.
To what do I owe the honor, General Ranjit?
I did not realize that's who he was. Okay. A big ass earring, bro. How big's your gauge and your cartilage?
The Light Warden is dead, Exarch. Were your people responsible?
Who knows?
You are clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must allow me one of my own. What is Yulmore's interest in this?
His benevolence, Lord Vorthry, is gravely concerned that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin-Eater. Should it transpire that the Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage...
Why would you ever call that villains?
My lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
I see. Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind. Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Light Warden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky. If Yulmore considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution. Know, however, that even should every innocent soul in the Crystarium perish, nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
Folly. The death of one or 1,000,000 Sin-Eaters changes nothing. The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course, it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace. but I waste my breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthry. In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Yulmore's mercy. Promptly. One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
No. Couldn't be me.
An artist and his assistant, no. I cannot say I do.
What a pity. Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
Oh, he knows.
Oh, he knows.
No, don't look at me! Do not perceive!
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, he so knows.
He so knows. How?
How would they know?
I have no idea, actually. Even he's like, what the fuck? How did my spell not work?
Am I imagining things, or did he just stare straight at us?
Yeah.
I fear he did. The General is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Yulmore's army since before Vorthry's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin-Eaters. One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
He just caught the vibe, you know?
If Yulmore chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat. While we are grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot in good conscience put your people in harm's way.
'Tis noble of you to say, Master Alphino, but my people have been in harm's way since long before you arrived. Yulmore has ever yearned to rule over what remains of the world. Even should we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade. The people of the Crystarium know this only too well, which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man. If truth be told, I would not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
He may have reason to delay. According to reports, the Yulmoran forces at Laxan Loft were observed taking a prisoner.
What?
A young woman believed to be none other than the Oracle of Light, Minfilia.
No!
It may be that General Ranjit wishes to convey her to Yulmore before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
I'm sorry, generation of Minfilias?
Ah, of course. How remiss of me. I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and precious little time in which to say it. I think it best that you seek out Moren at the Cabinet of Curiosity. He'll be able to enlighten you. Alphino, Alize, would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own to offer on the matter.
All right, though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
In the meantime, I will set about making provisions for war.
That's all probably fine. Maybe. Okay.
Yes. If you're after books pertaining to the Warrior of Darkness, I'm afraid most are out on loan at present. They are experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Oh, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light? Then it would be my pleasure to assist. After I have finished off some few outstanding tasks, that is. While I attend to them, perhaps you could fetch me a book. The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light, it's called. Though it's intended for younger readers, it provides an excellent summary of the subject matter, and the artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it to anyone with an interest in learning about Minfilia. But you must see for yourself. The book should be located on the level below. Should, I say, for while there is a place for everything here, not everything is always in its place, despite my best efforts. In short, if the book is not where it should be, it will almost certainly be somewhere it shouldn't. So, good luck.
Fair. All right. Let's look. Towering shelf. The book does not appear to be here. All right, well, fine. Just as your eyes begin to blur, they finally come to rest on a copy of the Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light. I got it!
Have you found the book?
Yes.
Yes, this is the one. I hope it wasn't too difficult to track down. I'm happy to say I've finished all my pressing tasks. If you want to call your friends over, we can begin learning at once.
Oh, okay. This may be a lot of reading. Good luck.
Without further ado, then. It began 100 years ago, when the flood of light threatened to swallow Norvrant. Just as all seemed lost, a savior appeared who halted the all-consuming radiance. A maiden with hair spun of gold and eyes of clearest sapphire. Naught was known about her save that her name was Minfilia, and for delivering the realm she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace, but 15 years later her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. When Sin-Eaters laid ruin to the kingdom of Vobert, a young girl was discovered who was immune to the creature's blighted touch. One with hair of spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire. She was hailed as the Oracle Reborn, and came to likewise be called Minfilia. Enlisting in the Yulmoran army, this Minfilia fought and vanquished countless Sin-Eaters.
Oh.
Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. Yet, with her dying breath, she whispered unto her grieving comrades, "Minfilia will return." And true to her words, some years later, another young girl was discovered who possessed the selfsame eyes, that selfsame hair, and those selfsame powers. She too took the name Minfilia. She too fought Sin-Eaters as a soldier of Yulmore, and she too fell in battle. Many more were to follow in her footsteps, and so the cycle continues to this day. And that concludes the tale. By their valor and sacrifice, these women have saved Norvrant on numerous occasions. And were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Light Wardens and their nature.
They sound like formidable warriors.
Some, perhaps. The truth is rather less simple. Though the Oracle is reborn with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories or the knowledge of her previous incarnations. All of the Minfilias thus far were discovered as all ordinary girls, unversed in the ways of war and ignorant of the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not. But all were made to face the Sin Eaters, and all died to keep our hopes alive.
Wow.
What can you tell us of the current Minfilia? She was found by the Ulmoran army some 10 years ago and taken into their care. Or rather, their custody. She was a prisoner in all but name, for by that time, under Lord Vorthry's rule, Ulmor had already abandoned resistance in favor of decadence. Minfilia was an uncomfortable reminder of the war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to the peace, and so they kept her under lock and key. For a long while, we heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was in the Ulmoran's best interests for her to remain under their control. But then, 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like a hero from the tales. Indeed. Well, I believe we now have a good grasp of Minfilia's tale. Thank you for your time, Morin. Might I trouble you for a word, Kat? Outside?
Alright. Alright, Alphina. Oh shit, cutscene again.
As you will have already surmised, the gallant soul who rescued Minfilia was none other than our own dear Thancred.
I knew it!
They have since been wandering the land together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we have not yet had a chance to meet them.
We know that Minfilia journeyed here as Heidelin's emissary to halt the flood of light. It could only be her that the people of the first witnessed 100 years ago. The original Oracle of Light. But while there's plainly some connection between the woman we knew and her namesakes, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean they are not the same person. Thancred has to understand that. Does he?
Thancred doesn't have to understand shit. I have no doubt that he understands. The question is how he feels. Regardless, the Thancred we know would not forsake his charge. If she has been captured, we may be certain he will not stand idly by.
There you go again. Talking in your roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Minfilia, just spit it out. It just so happens, I agree with you. It's quite clear that this Minfilia possesses Heidelin's blessing. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second such individual on her side. Right, Kat? Well, that also, and she's a child. We should probably save the child. Quite. One's generally been enough, but fine. I'll say quite.
I like being special.
Yeah, apparently. But more like we should save the child. I don't know who this is. I'm gonna guess the Exarch.
I see you've made up your minds.
Or do you think it's Morin? No, it's the Exarch.
No, sorry.
It's okay.
Exarch, what brings you here?
A report and a proposal. First, the report. Our scouts have confirmed that the Yulmoran forces at Laxon Loft do indeed have Minfilia in their custody. For the present, they are holding her there, but we can be certain they will move her to Yulmor ere long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give her up as lost. So if we mean to act, we should do so quickly. Which brings me to my proposal. I ask that you entrust this undertaking to us, the people of the Crystarium. Oh, okay.
The people of the Crystarium?
Well, I guess that would be like the Exarch's army of like Lena and stuff, or the Protectors. I don't know so much army is appropriate, but